Yo, what's going on YouTube? I'm back again with the second video of House of the Dragons instant reaction, me and my friends obviously. I just wanted to let you know before you go into the video, this is containing spoilers for anything up to end of episode 2 of House of the Dragon and basically all of Game of Thrones because we do speak a lot about Game of Thrones when we compare it to this show. So if you haven't seen Game of Thrones and you only care about House of the Dragon, I'm sorry because we talk about House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Um, but yeah, let's get into the video and thank you for watching.
That, yeah, that is the equivalent of a White Walker reveal for this show, bruv. I'm not even joking.
I'm pissed.
What?
Oh
I
fuck,
can't.
man.
It was so okay. It was so fucking bait that Alicent Hightower was gonna be with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
king,
yeah.
bruv. It was
No, but hold on,
so
hold on, hold on.
bait.
Let me tell you why that's masterful, though. Yeah, because she is Rhaenyra's best friend, and she's gonna produce kings for him, bruv.
No, what?
Imagine what she's gonna respond like,
This is
though.
this is what's crazy, right? I wouldn't have been able to see it in the first episode, yeah. But you know how they started having these little talks. They were having
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the first episode. They were kind of like
Do you know who he reminds me of?
who.
He reminds me of Cersei. Yeah, doing it with Joffrey. Forcing, sorry, not
Not
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
What's his name?
You mean
Tommen.
the cousin, like the one of their.
Tommen. Yeah, yeah. No. You know Tommen,
Yeah.
the guy that kills himself.
Oh.
It reminds me of
Yeah, I
Cersei.
remember that. Yeah,
Uh,
that's her son, I swear.
yeah, forcing Tommen onto Marjorie. Do you remember?
Yeah,
There was a trailer that came out for episode 2.
yeah.
And in the trailer there was everything in this thing was in it, apart from one scene.
Let's just. I don't want to know about the other stuff here. Let's just fucking talk first, yeah. But for the rest of this
Yeah,
show, we're gonna have the fucking Game of Thrones intro. The actual proper.
yeah.
And
Hold
it's
on,
like
one
the
more
long
thing,
one
yeah,
as well. It's the long one.
Yeah,
The like.
yeah.
Oh, I could.
bruv. No.
Spoiling
That
it, Matthew, by the way.
Yeah.
that was so sick, bruv. I actually love Daemon, bruv. I actually love Matt Smith. Don't
He's
understand.
good, isn't
He's
it?
a very I fucking don't I want that character. I don't want him to fucking like kill everyone. He just comes across as like some guy. He's just ruthless. He's just gonna kill anyone just because he cares about the throne too much. And he just has some fucking. There's all these
Also,
people.
did you hear what they were talking about in the background in that room before he turned around?
Yeah, the Iron
Islands,
fucking,
yeah.
yeah.
The Iron
That's the
Islands.
same place from the game, from the fucking Telltale game.
Brother, seen Game of Thrones. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
Islands.
I'm saying in the
Yeah.
Telltale game, that's where you play.
It's where that guy the guy that wants to fuck Cersei comes from, with the ships.
Oh
And
yes.
they have insane ships, and he lies saying he's too scared to fight the White Walkers, and he comes back with the ballistas
And
and
he
shoots
shoots
down.
the
I was
fucking
annoyed.
giant
I got like pissed, yeah, when
Wait, was it Iron Islands or was it Ironwood?
No, it's Iron Islands. Ironwood is
No,
from the
for
game.
the game. Oh, okay, never mind. I got mistaken.
I really hope they address the Foresters as well. That was from the game as well.
Oh my god.
that was another fucking sick episode. I can't. I like
Oh
how.
man.
Do you know what fucking? You know that scene where they were sitting by all the candles and stuff. I just thought it looked really nice in it. The camera shots and everything
Yeah,
were
it
so
did as
beautiful.
well. Yeah.
They were so sick.
It's
By the way,
getting hot
Matthew,
watching that.
Yeah.
you know when he was showing what's her name, bruv? The one that she's gonna marry now.
Alicent Hightower. Oh,
Yeah.
she's like I'm happy that she is actually gonna get married to him. It was just obvious from like earlier on. You knew
Yeah.
it was gonna happen, and you know why as well because her dad, Otto Hightower, obviously you see how he gave.
He wanted it to happen.
Yeah,
he wanted it to happen.
obviously wants to have a connection to the king, and you see when Corlys Valerian, I think his name's Corlys Valerian, yeah. You see when he like got angry that he didn't choose to marry his daughter, and you see Otto Hightower, you just see him staring right at him,
He
like
smiles
it's
as
like
well.
he knows, yeah, like I'm part of the fucking like the.
I know,
connection,
that guy, yeah. Who was it in Game of Thrones that was a hand to the king, and he was doing the exact same thing with one of his own? I forgot who it was.
It depends on what time you're talking about in the show, because there was different kings, different queens at different times, different hands.
Who was the king in Game of Thrones in King's Landing?
There was a few. There was Robert Baratheon at the beginning, yeah, and then after that changed, didn't they make Joffrey king? Because when
And then Tommen.
yeah, Tommen.
And then it was Cersei.
And then Daenerys, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but I can't
then
remember
Bran.
who it was. Someone
then
was
Bran
like,
at the
there was
end,
like a
yeah.
ratty guy, and he always tried to put his
You're
daughter
t- are you-
forward.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Littlefinger, but I just realised what you mean.
There was some rat guy,
Are you,
but I
are you
remember.
talking about Stannis Baratheon? Stannis.
Was it
I don't
Stannis?
know.
Stannis wasn't the one.
I
No.
don't think he ever like when he did say he had a claim to the throne, but he never like thrust his daughter into it. Like he just wanted the throne himself because he was brothers.
There was an episode. There was an episode, yeah, where someone offered a daughter, and she was ugly as fuck, to some king. Do you remember?
Oh, Walder Frey.
Oh,
Walder
yeah, yeah,
Frey.
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah. That was
Baratheon.
it. That was it.
Well,
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
he
yeah.
said,
Frey.
and then he went against because he agreed to marrying that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
marrying into the
yeah.
family in return of having the army. But then he said fucking impregnated that other woman, and then said that he's not taking.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was
He's not
Walder
marrying
Frey.
in.
And he had like so many daughters as well. They had to choose from like
Yeah,
10
yeah.
different
Yeah,
daughters, and they
yeah,
were all
yeah.
like not all that. Like
That
very
was it.
beautiful.
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
Yeah. I
That was
I,
sick.
I like because even though you can see like Alicent was probably gonna beat, but I don't really know like what you know the scene with at the end where Corlys was talking to Daemon.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you know why he went to Dragonstone, innit? Because he only went to
Yeah, yeah.
Dragonstone because Corlys said to him, "Go there, show your strength, and then people will start to think that you're actually like a good heir to the throne, and then you'll be able." Like he's trying to say to him, like,
Bruv.
"Listen, you'll be able to."
Do you know who Corlys reminds me of?
Who?
He
Littlefinger.
reminds me of Littlefinger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is like
yeah,
Littlefinger.
yeah.
He's like a little
Oh
ratty
my
guy sitting at
days.
the table, bruv, like
Yeah.
telling everyone like.
Bruv,
what they wanna hear.
Littlefinger is one of the best characters ever made, bro. I don't even care.
Littlefinger's shit, bro.
That guy, yeah, Littlefinger, did so much damage to everyone he went in contact with. Literally. He got Ned
Bruh.
Stark killed. He got fucking. He done so much shit. He fucked all the Stark bloodline up.
I loved, the intro of this thing, yeah? So I'm gonna just not forget the music now. I know that's the game, but the visuals of it. I just saw that as like there was one thing at the start, like this one like tomb that opened up and then all the blood started coming out. Yeah, to me that seems like a visual thing for like when Targaryen started fucking with dragons, and now ever since then there's just been violence and blood
Yeah.
and gore throughout their whole thing, and it just kept going. The bloodstream, it stranded off into so many different directions, saying like, all these different like Targaryens are they're all fighting each other basically. It's like it's all the Targaryen bloodline. It will keep going. It always keeps going even till the end of Game of Thrones. Like you still got a Targaryen alive at the end, but
No, Matthew. You
Yeah.
know when he was with that Alison, yeah, and he was like talking about the that little thing, that structure that he carved.
is that not where Daenerys went in season 2?
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought that
That's where
was,
she was.
with the big
That's
No,
where
it's
tomb.
she-
It's not it.
Wait,
with-
what
that's
place are you talking about? Dragonstone
know-
is a place that
you know when
Daenerys, before then, sorry, what's his name, man? You're the guy that got emmed off by that shadow thing.
Yes.
yeah, Robert.
No,
No,
not Robert.
that's the
Not Robert, sorry, not Robert.
I forgot
who
his
was
It's
it?
like
name.
this shadow bitch climbed out.
It
this
was the
bitch's
gay guy,
pussy
innit?
and
It was
killed
the
other
gay
guy.
guy.
What was his name? What was his
The
name?
ga-
No,
the Marjorie's brother, no?
Yeah,
That's
what
who
was his
died.
name?
I forgot his name.
I remember the character
Ah.
Renly. It's
Renly Baratheon, that was it. Yeah.
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 No, listen, yeah.
He came for the throne because his brother died, Robert Baratheon,
Yeah.
and
Then the ghost of Stannis came.
he was waiting at Dragonstone. Like he was based in Dragonstone.
Yeah, that
And then
the
Stannis,
place- hold on,
Stannis
wait,
sent
wait.
a ghost there from his wife, from the Red
he
Mistress
fucked.
to like.
He
to, like, kill him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked Melisande, whatever her name was. But that you know when you dropped the fucking Dragonstone, when you dropped the dragon carving and it broke, yeah. That place, you know when he was playing with like some fucking
Oh yeah.
that carving, that whole structure there is the city of Old Valyria.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Matthew. Do you remember when we watched the first one?
Oh yeah.
When I was telling you about the city of Old Valyria, where
They always
Um,
mention it in Game of Thrones as well, like Old Valyria.
yeah, that city had like lava coming through it. He said it in the episode, but that's where they
Valyrian's-
constantly made.
That was the only
Valyrian
place
steel.
Valyrian steel was able to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
made.
yeah.
Yeah.
They literally forged so many swords and shit.
No, I honestly, this has been good. Two very good episodes start.
Bruv, I
innit?
can't believe it.
Yeah,
Actually, I
yeah,
can't believe
I'm
it. It actually
fucking- I'm
holds a lot of
excited, man.
water right now, bruv.
I
The
was a bit
conflict is
annoyed.
starting.
I was a bit annoyed when they made. I told Alex this before, yeah, because I saw like something. I didn't know it was actually gonna be said, but you know when Rhaenyra was talking to that woman, the
Yeah.
and then she said,
uh,
yeah, go on. You know
the
the
queen
woman.
that was
Never,
the queen
the
that was
queen that never
promised.
was, yeah, the queen that never was,
Oh, yeah, sorry,
basically.
that one. Yeah,
She
yeah,
said
yeah.
like, "Oh, when I'm queen, I'll create new order." That pissed me off, that line, because they're just doing it like just to say it, like just to, that's just what Daenerys used to say, because obviously
Yeah.
whenever there's like, I don't know, I just don't like. Two episodes have gone by. They've used the Game of Thrones music, which is the best intro that I've ever seen in my life or ever heard. But I wanted
I'm
this show
so
to have
glad
its new
they-
identity, though. I wanted it to have its
Bruv.
own song. I prefer the
Yeah,
Game
but
of Thrones
to
intro
be honest,
because you can't get better
I
than that.
prefer this one
Yeah,
compared to episode one's
you
intro.
can't get better than the Game of Thrones intro. So putting it in the show, do you know how many times they've probably made an intro for the show, but just thought it's not good enough compared to, just might as well put Game of Thrones. They probably
Bruv,
made 5
It's
different
kind of
different songs.
nostalgic,
Yeah,
in my
it is,
opinion.
it
Like,
is.
when I listen to it and it's going through the
No,
same
but it
like
should
SG type of
be.
thing,
It should
it
be.
just reminds me of Game of Thrones.
It
and
should
I
be the
love
same
it.
because it's set in the same universe.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it being the intro. I'm saying, yeah, when like
the visuals are so sick,
yeah,
man.
when they was probably sitting in a room trying to decide what kind of intro they wanted, they probably made so many different like composed things like to get an intro, and none of them were good enough, and they thought, fuck it, let's use the Game of Thrones one because that's the best one. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna get better
Yeah.
than that.
I'm sorry,
I
yeah.
just think they want to be. It's like so far, I could just see the way they're going with like they're doing the conflict in between the families, and it's fair enough, a good story. I think they're just trying to be like Game of Thrones' little sister. I want to see more instead of just constant Game of Thrones. Like give me Game of Thrones like reference, like the first episode talking about the White Walkers, second episode having the Rhaenyra saying the exact same thing that Daenerys would say, even though they're not never going to speak to each other because it's so far apart. But I like the story of it. I just think they're trying to drop in too many like connotations straight away. Like they
No,
just
I don't mind it.
I don't mind them doing it, but I think it's just too much. It's been 2 episodes only. 2 episodes. Like I'm
That's
not. There's
the
nothing
thing though,
wrong with
Matthew,
it. They're 172 years
Game of
apart, so they don't
Thrones-
need to do that. That's what I'm saying.
Game of Thrones, they rely on their past a lot of the time. So even
Yeah,
though
they
it
speak
seems
about
like
it a lot. The things that we're seeing now is more relevant because that's what they mention in Game of Thrones all
like
the
the
time.
same sayings, everything like that is they're only saying it in Game of Thrones because of the past.
No, but why
And
would
now we're
Daenerys?
watching the
Why would
past.
Daenerys say, when I'm queen, I'll create new order"? Like she's ever known this woman Rhaenyra talking about. It's just a direct line to just give a connection, innit? Because when you look at her, they want you to see
Well,
that Daenerys, innit? They want you to see Daenerys when you see her.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a-
true.
They're
that's
trying.
true,
They're
yeah.
trying to build the comparison with the characters, which is
She
fair
literally
enough.
looks like her as well,
It's
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. It's fair enough. The way the hair's tied, the color, the way she stands, the
Yeah.
way her face is, like
Well,
Her
she must have
face,
been
yeah.
she must have been
It-
important to Daenerys because
Oh.
she was going to be the first ever female.
yeah, she'll be important to
ruler.
Daenerys. That's fair enough. Daenerys will know her through her history if she knows her bloodline.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just this
But she
exact.
probably won't understand
What I
the
mean
same
is,
exact.
yeah, that's what I mean about the saying. That's
wording.
just too cliche for me. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
cliche that they just say the same thing. It's not wrong for them to have the same ideas of how they want to be queen because they're the same
You know,
bloodline.
bruv,
They're the same
every
bloodline.
time
They
he
should have the same
mentions-
goals, but.
Every time he mentions the wall, bruv, I get goosebumps.
Yeah, did you
know
see?
that?
You see, and he said, "Should I send him to the wall?" You just like
Yeah.
the fact that they're talking about the wall, even
Bruv,
though
I cannot wait to
I hope
see
they show
the
that,
wall
yeah,
in
I
this
hope they
show,
show
bruv.
that.
You don't understand. You don't understand, bro. You don't understand.
I don't expect to see like too much in terms of like I don't expect if we do see it, I can only see
No,
that
we
as like
will.
they send the person over there for a bit.
Do you
to
know why
visit
we will see
something,
it?
And then they come back. No, I think we will see it, but I don't think it will be developed as anything huge. I think people will go there as part of a story, but it won't be. It will just be us visually to see it. We don't have to learn anything about it. They'll just go there and come back. Characters will just.
Do you know who's
going
gonna get sent there? Do you know who's gonna get sent there?
Do you think? I don't want to know actually because you've read the books, so I don't
No,
want
bruv,
to.
you already know who it is.
What do you mean? I already know. I don't know who's gonna get sent there.
It's the guy in Game of Thrones who's a Targaryen, and he's
Aegon
there.
Targaryen.
Oh, the old
He's
man.
gonna get sent there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get sent there. Just watch, bruv. He's gonna be
Oh,
there.
man.
I'm telling you, because he gets sent there. He even tells John he gets sent there. Like,
Yeah,
what was it? 60 years ago. or
I
something
didn't
like that.
know this. I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
but
No,
he's not gonna
it's,
be-
it's kind of like that's ruined it for me. Just learning. I didn't know that. That's what's
How is
gonna
that
happen.
ruined it,
didn't
bro?
know
I didn't know that was
Matthew.
gonna happen to him.
Oh,
I
shut up,
I
bruv.
told you I didn't know, bruv. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm not pissed off that you told me. I'm
How
just
do
saying.
you
like,
not know
I told
that
you.
Aegon Targaryen gets sent there if he's
do you
literally in
remember?
every
Yeah,
single
exactly,
season
exactly.
in Game of
But
Thrones?
that's not him, is it? That's not.
Yes, he is.
That's the same
That's not
guy.
Daemon. That's not Daemon.
Not
It's
Daemon, bruv.
Aemon.
Aemon.
Oh, so his son probably.
This guy, bruv. This
I don't know who he is,
guy,
but-
bruv.
Okay,
let me
I
see, let
thought
me
you were
see.
saying the prince Daemon was gonna get
No,
sent there.
bruv. No.
Oh, Matthew just
Oh.
died, bro. I'm
No,
joking.
I thought if he was gonna, because it's too far apart. Like they can't actually like.
Bruv, he's old. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
old.
yeah. But he's like
It's
like
170 what? 6 years before.
172 years before Daenerys was born.
Yeah, so then you got another 20 years on top of that probably for her to grow
Who's
up.
the
Well,
fuck?
there's
Yeah.
not. That's probably like his
Yeah,
great
sorry,
great
sorry,
great
sorry. Yeah,
grandfather.
sorry.
or
I
some
thought you
shit.
were saying Daemon. I was like, what the fuck?
No, bruv.
Yeah,
My
never mind,
my
never
guy's
mind.
gonna live till 200. Are you
No,
mad?
I thought you were saying like, they say in Game of Thrones that
There's
Daemon got
8
sent here.
generations
so that was spoiling it for
before
me.
that.
No, I know that.
Aemon
I
is
know
born.
that. I know that. I thought you were saying, yeah.
Yeah,
that
he's gonna
in
show
Game
up in
of
season 3 at
Thrones-
least.
Yeah, I thought that you were saying in Game of Thrones, yeah, that they mentioned the fact that Daemon Targaryen
No,
gets sent
no,
to the,
no,
to
no,
the
no,
wall,
no.
and that's what I thought in my head. I was like, because the words, the names are too similar.
Imagine if he does it. Imagine
You
if
know,
he does.
you know what?
get,
You know what they do mention?
I don't want to know
in
if it's,
Game of
if it's
Thrones?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it, bro, for a long time. I'm like all the little
Wait, what?
references
Who
have gone out
mentioned
my head.
what?
Aaron, all the little
Fucking
references have gone out my head, man.
One character says something that ruins the
Yeah,
season.
you're talking about Joffrey, bro. You're talking about Joffrey.
Yeah, Joffrey
Yeah,
says something
Alex
while
said-
he's
yeah,
showing off.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to know about that. We'll
Oh
wait till the
yeah,
season's over.
yeah.
I don't know why.
That,
I'm actually kind of happy now that I didn't rewatch Game of Thrones before. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you actually rewatch
Because
it, Matthew.
because he's very early on when he says this, probably first 2 seasons.
It
So
is,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
So it's lucky I didn't watch it in all honesty.
But did you see this recently, or did you just remember from the show?
what?
Like whether he says, yeah, did that just come in your head whilst watching the show, or did you see something on TikTok that
I
like?
saw something on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what. I hate that as well. That's like it's like
That's the thing, yeah. Because I thought because it was normal Game of Thrones. I thought, oh, it
but
can't be
they're
anything.
drawing the
And then he
connection for
fucking
you.
says it.
They're drawing the connection for you. Like on the TikTok video that you saw, whatever you saw, it's like there was a connection that they've edited together to show you exactly what he's talking about.
Can it
because you're
happen
seeing-
now? Can it happen this
Yeah,
season?
I
That's meant
just
to be
I
this
just want it to
season.
be over by this season, so then Aaron can. All I
It's
want
probably
to
the
happen,
main.
yeah, all I
probably-
want to happen is Aaron to we finally finish an episode. Yeah, and something big.
I
happens,
don't know what's gonna come next.
No, we finally finish an episode. And Aaron goes to me. That's what Joffrey said. So then that's out of my head, but I don't need to worry about that anymore. You know what I mean? That's all I want to know. But forget that. Either way.
Yeah, that is fucking.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That
sorry,
is
sorry.
the AIDS, bruv. That thing that he
Mert's gonna
says
talk
is
too much,
AIDS.
Alex. He's gonna fuck it. Mert's
No, I'm not
fuck
gonna
it.
say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Are
but
we
it's
gonna?
AIDS, bruv.
No, I want to say one more thing
Have you
about
my
the
witch
episode.
queen thing?
I want to say one more thing. Yeah. You know.
Hold
you
on,
know-
wait, one second. Yeah, that's
Fuck me.
that's actually annoying that they do that though. That's actually annoying that they do that.
What, people make edits on TikTok, or you mean that they talk
No,
about it in the show?
no. That Game of Thrones did that, bruv.
Yeah, but
that's
they
actually
What-
annoying.
would've-
what
they
choice
would've-
did they? They
would've
didn't know they
never
were gonna
known.
make
Yeah,
this.
in
Yeah, I know,
season two,
but-
in like 2010, they wouldn't have known. When
I
it came out.
I know, but that actually no, sorry, not Game of Thrones. That's annoying that House of Dragon made the fucking thing about her, bruv.
I want to say one more
It's
thing
annoying.
about House of the Dragon. Yeah, I want to say one more thing about House of the Dragon. You know how it starts off and we're 172 years away. I don't know exactly, but I feel like each season will be a different timeline. The way I'm thinking about it, the show's called House of the Dragon, yeah? It's called House of the Dragon. So there's surely gonna be multiple different generations of how the Targaryen family
Yeah,
fell.
I get you.
Yeah,
It isn't
but
gonna
there's so
there's
many
so much stuff.
Targaryens after them too.
Exactly. That's
That's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
Generations
That's
worth.
why I feel like maybe this season will go by and we'll have a closed chapter.
When it
The next season will
it's gonna
start
get
with a
up
new
to
chapter, and maybe
the-
it continues like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
the
It might be like
latest
that.
it's gonna get up to the last guy who's gonna be a Targaryen is gonna be the Mad King. He's gonna be the
you
last
think,
guy
you think
before
that's like the last
before
season?
the show ends.
Yeah. That's the way
will be
the
the
way I
last
thought
Targaryen.
about it. Yeah, is that they're gonna do it so they build up through generations because there's
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of story to tell before we get to even Daenerys. And I'm not saying I don't expect to
Do you know
see
what?
any Game of Thrones main characters in this
I feel
show.
like the finale. Yeah, I feel like the finale.
Daenerys
going
being born,
to-
maybe.
Yes, it's gonna be her coming out a baby, and then someone's gonna say, "What would you name her?"
Daenerys.
Daenerys.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll cut.
I mean, it's
Nah,
just
nah, I
I
think-
don't
I
know
think it'll be
exactly
like
that.
that.
Jon
I
Snow.
don't exactly that, but no. To be fair, that would be a good thing because he is like the last living one. You know what I mean? He is actually the last living Targaryen, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
I think that would be good if they do that kind of show where each season is a different story in terms. I do like the characters they have now, so I wouldn't want it to be fully wrapped up because I do like the characters. I wouldn't want it to be only 10 episodes. But the way that the show is, I can imagine they go through generations, many different generations in it to see different
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stories. But yeah. sometimes I feel like I can't fully explain myself when I'm all talking with my friends. We're all instantly reacting to the episode because we all just get so like excited talking about the future, what might happen. So I always like never get to make like my full analysis. It's just not really meant to be like that. It's just meant to be like an instant reaction. So I'm sorry if you don't like that style, but yeah, if you got this far, anyways, you might like it. So, but overall rating, like I did last episode, I'm gonna say, having just literally watched it within the past few hours, I'd say it's more story building than the first one, because I feel like there's a lot more like things happening in this first one. In the second episode, sorry, in the first episode they had to establish a lot of characters straight off the bat, and they're kind of showing you what they want to do with it. But this one is where you start to see the real things like fully in motion. Um, like the events at Dragonstone, like Alicent Hightower being picked to be the wife of Viserys, and I'm liking the way it's going. Like I did say earlier in the like my instant reaction, I'm kind of annoyed. Not annoyed. There was a cliche moment for me where it was just the use of the sentence, "When I'm queen, I will create a new order." Just I don't want them to just go in a direction where they only think they have to make Game of Thrones references just to keep, like just to keep it. Like, I want it to create a new identity for itself, basically. Um, which it may not, because it is a prequel, 100 something years before. So it could easily just go down it could basically just be a similar story of Game of Thrones, but the reason they do that is to show you that the throne has always been the main goal for everyone, and it's the same structure and ways of the throne has always been there, even up to Game of Thrones times, and then Game of Thrones towards the end we finally see that structure broken, and that probably makes Game of Thrones have so much more meaning by the time you finish watching it. So I can see why, if they do the way they're going, I will be happy to watch. I'm enjoying it so far. So my rating for this episode, I'm gonna say probably another solid 9. I think as we go through the episodes, I'll have to reevaluate all of them at the end of the season. After I've seen every single one this season, so might do that towards the end. Um, but yeah, if you got this far, thank you for watching. And again, I'll be back next week. I'm in the UK, so we do get the episodes a bit later. So I'm sorry if they come out a bit later. These videos. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.